TGIF, welcome back to Outside the Beltway. I'm John Frederick's live today in Fort Worth, Texas, here for the West Virginia University baseball team. Lost last night to TCU, 6-3. Left a lot of guys on base. Can't win when you do that. 2 more games. Hopefully we can win the series, go to the conference tournament in Arlington at Globe Life Field. We're certainly going to be there. And, of course, Joe is going to see a lot of action. But we got a really great treat for you. Got Carla Sands coming up, former ambassador to the Kingdom of Denmark and the Trump administration. But I tell you what, got to my hotel last night. What do you think the first thing I did, right? I get out my Thunderstorm Eden Pure. I plug it in. I turn it up, go to the game. When I get home, my room is smelling phenomenal. This is the best thing you're going to get rid of the odors. And this is what it does. It doesn't just mask them. Forget that. This kills the odors on contact with their new technology, O3 molecules. Now, it'll get behind couches. It'll get behind furniture. It'll get under beds. It'll get in the cat box. It'll get wherever you go. It kills the odors. Right now, they got a great deal. Eden Pure Thunderstorm. You get 3 of these and save $200 right off the bat. So you can get 3 for under $200 with shipping and taxes, about $207. This is going to be the best thing you get. All you got to do is turn it up. And here, you just got to turn it around and plug it in. Or you have a cord you put on a table. This is my favorite thing ever. And I got 6 of these. I travel with them like I am now. These are the best things. They're going to get rid of the odors in your house. And when you walk in that door, your home is going to be any room. It's going to be smelling like, oh my God, you just got out of a thunderstorm and that clean smell. All you got to do is go to EdenPureDeals.com, EdenPureDeals.com, put in promo code Godzilla3. Now, don't forget the 3, because 3 means you get 3 of these. Promo code Godzilla3, save $200, get 3 of these for under $200, $207 with shipping and taxes. Best investment you're going to make. You're going to feel better. They're going to smell better. You get rid of those odors and germs, viruses, all gone. Best thing ever. EdenPureDeals.com. You're good to go. Joining me now is Carla Sands. Carla is the former ambassador of the Kingdom of Denmark for the Trump administration. She's also in the America First policy. She's vice chair. She's in the energy department. She's got a lot of experience there. Carla, thank you for being with us. Right off the bat, though, we're going to have you on again for energy, but you have been the number one advocate for early voting and mail-in ballots, which I'm a big believer in. I'm about the only person in conservative media that says this every day. You can't give the Democrats 50 days to vote and we get 1 because you're afraid of a server floating around somewhere. We have got to vote early. We have got to vote by mail. The Democrats have a huge advantage. I mean, when I was helping the Oz campaign and I endorsed them last time, we got up at 7 a.m. on game day in Pennsylvania, and we were down by 1 million votes. You can't win, Carla.
No, you can't win. It's so true, John. In that election, I was actually in that primary, and then I went out and to help Mehmet Oz win when he won the primary. And as a matter of fact, I would ask in those groups, how many of you are going to have already voted in these rallies? And like 5 people would raise their hands and the rest would kind of giggle. No, we have to take every single day. If you have 50 days for early voting and then you try to counter that in one 12-hour day, you're going to lose. And so John Fetterman on election day had banked about 1 million ballots. Mehmet Oz had banked about 250,000. He was already down 750,000 ballots. And so in the recent election, there was a special for a seat where the Republican left the seat and George Santos, 9 days of early voting in New York State, and the Democrats used every day. Republicans voted on election day, but there was a snowstorm. And so the Democrat candidate won there in New York. And that's not that long ago. So Republicans lost in 2022, 2023, and even in the primary this year, Republicans are voting by mail or early about 1 to Democrats voting 4, 1 to 4. And if we don't embrace every tool in the toolbox in order to win this election, it doesn't matter that we have the greatest candidate in the world. Candidate quality has shown not to matter. It's the mechanics. And if Democrats use every tool and Republicans say, no, I'm just going to go on election day, maybe they're child sick, maybe the car doesn't start, the boss calls them in for an extra day, and we're going to lose. So that we can win. I'm an evangelist now, and I'm asking, John, every one of your viewers and listeners to be an evangelist for early voting. Get your friends and family ready to vote. And in Pennsylvania, it's by mid-September. We have 50 days of early voting, but John's told me he's going to put up a chart that you can go and check how many days your state has of early voting, and then go into your calendar and put a mark on that day so that you know you're either going to sign up to get a mail-in ballot and mail it in early, or you're going to go to your local election office if your state allows it, and your county, and you're going to vote. And every county has a website, an email, and a telephone number that you can check. States run these elections very, very well if you just follow the rules.
Well, listen, I'm a mail-in ballot voter now in Pennsylvania. I live in Pittsburgh, as you know. So is my family, and
Yeah.
I got to be honest. I've told my audiences I was very impressed with the process. I mean, you ask for an application for an absentee ballot. They send the application. You've got to put your driver's license on it. You've got to put your social security number on it. That's to get a ballot. Then, of course, the ballot comes, and you have to sign the back of it. But then it's tracked the whole time. Like right online, I could see, all right, it was received in the mail, it was processed, it's counted, and I don't have to do anything. And the thing is, this is why this is so critical. And I'm going to put that chart up on social media about 10:30 Eastern today. Why this is so critical, Carla, you nailed it, is because for us now, Election Day should be the first day of early voting. That's when you go vote. November
Right.
5th or November 4th, actual election day, that's just cleanup, mop up.
Right.
That's getting the final people to the polls. That's what the Democrats have been doing. And as soon as you early vote, guess what? You're off the mailing. You don't get any more mailers. Saves the Republican money. You don't get any more text. Saves the Republican money. Don't get any more robocalls. Saves the Republican money. Don't get any more emails. Saves the Republican money. And nobody's calling you up trying to get you out to vote, so we can focus those resources on the voters that are not as likely to vote because ours have already voted. That's how the Democrats, Carla, have perfected this system, and we're a couple cycles behind. We got to catch up.
We do. In fact, I've been voting by mail for about 30 years. And how Glenn Youngkin, the governor of Virginia, won his election was he got 60% of the Republicans to vote early by mail. And if we look at the recent primary, Donald Trump got 13% early votes, mail-in ballots, 13%. Joe Biden got about 49% early votes. So 13% to 49% Republican to Democrat. It's not changing. So and I know that Republicans love to go on election day, but I need them to say winning is more important than doing what I want to do. Yes, we all want same day voting, in person, show ID, but we're going to have to win to get there. And if we don't win this election, I really fear it is very hard for our country to come back, because the socialists, the Democrats, who are not Democrats like when I was growing up, these are Marxists and socialists. Their grip is tightening. They've weaponized government against people that don't agree with their things. If you just look at how they've locked Donald Trump in a courtroom, not allowing him to go out and campaign like Joe Biden is doing. I've never seen anything like this. And so they're coming after him, but the rest of us don't have his high profile and his resources. And he is standing between us and this weaponized government, with every department being weaponized against us and being mobilized to get Democrats out to vote. Joe Biden has signed a law that every department in the federal government is supposed to get people out to vote. And it's not you and I that they're trying to get out to vote. It's folks that are not maybe as productive as citizens. So I'm just making a call. If you're a churchgoer, if you're a gun owner, please ask your friends to get registered to vote, to register for a mail-in ballot. If you're sitting in a pew on Sunday, turn to the person beside you. Are you registered to vote? Are you supporting the values that you stand for here in church? in the election, because we are called to be the salt and the light in the earth. And it's not just about praying, it's also about doing. We're God's hands and feet on earth. And now we're also President Trump's voice, because he is locked in that courtroom for 4 days a week in an unconstitutional attack against his freedom and against all of us voters. So I don't know, John, what do you think? Can we get people to vote early and win this election?
We're fighting in there. We're fighting a contingent of our base that believes that if you don't vote on game day, that somehow the votes are going to get manipulated. I just don't believe that. The bottom line is you can't give them 50 days and we get one. You cannot win. There is no math that is going to elect anybody. And when you go back to 2020, Biden got 50% of his votes early. We got 13%. I mean, there's just no math there. Too many things on game day can happen to prevent you from voting. And the Democrats are perfecting this system. And the other thing is our game day advantage is going down because now the Democrats have the resources to focus on dragging people out to vote that are low propensity voters because 50% of their base has already voted. I mean, we're focused on getting our core base out in the final 3 days. They're getting lower propensity voters on. And I'm going to have you back next week, Carla, but we have to talk about Pennsylvania, Allegheny County, Bucks County, Chester, Montgomery. These are the counties where it's going to try to get stolen again. These are the counties where we have to be sure that we get these early votes in and we get them banked. Carla, people want to follow you, Carla, on social media. Where do they go?
Yeah, can I make a plug?
Yeah, go ahead.
All listeners and viewers, go to AmericaFirstWorks.com, AmericaFirstWorks.com. Sign up. You can get on our Telegram channel and learn how to share so that your friends and contacts get out to vote and vote early.
All right, Carla, good job. We'll have you on again next week to do the follow-up.